Is the recently announced Gaza peace plan different from what was agreed upon between US President Donald Trump and the leaders of the Arab Islamic Summit? At a press conference in Islamabad yesterday, Pakistan's Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar provided a rare glimpse into the diplomacy behind the newly announced Gaza peace plan. Dar said that the peace plan is, quote, not our document. He added that there are some key areas that Pakistan wants covered, and if they are not, then the demands in the joint statement will be reiterated. When pressed on policy, Dar reaffirmed Pakistan's support for a two-state solution, stressing that all 7 partner countries share this stance. One of Pakistan's main goals at the UN General Assembly, he said, was to work with like-minded countries as part of the Muslim Ummah's effort to end Gaza's misery. Along with 7 other Muslim states, Pakistan had met President Donald Trump in New York to press for key objectives, which included a ceasefire in Gaza, unhindered humanitarian aid, stopping forced displacement, enabling the return of refugees, reconstructing Gaza, and preventing Israel from annexing the West Bank. According to Dar, these objectives were conveyed directly to Trump, who promised that his team would draft a workable solution with the foreign ministries of the 8 Muslim countries. Dar described how Saudi Arabia coordinated a joint Muslim statement on the Gaza plan and sought Pakistan's agreement. After reviewing drafts and proposing changes, Pakistan endorsed the statement, which reflected the consensus of the 8 nations. However, instead of an immediate compliance with the demands of the Muslim bloc, Trump came up with a plan that had no role for the Palestinian Authority. Neither are the key objectives that the Muslim countries presented to Trump clearly addressed in this peace plan. According to Axios, an American news website, the version of the Gaza deal now before Hamas differs sharply from what the US and several Arab and Muslim countries had earlier agreed upon. Apparently, these changes were made after Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu intervened. In an interview with Al Jazeera, the Qatari Prime Minister said that Trump's Gaza peace plan has practical and implementation challenges. He emphasized that the direct responsible party for managing Gaza should be the Palestinians themselves. He also said that Trump's 20-point plan talks about Palestinian administration and explained that this aspect of the plan will be taken up with the US for clarification. He minced no words in stating that Israel has got nothing to do with Palestinian administration. The Associated Press reported that 3 Arab officials told the agency that changes had been made in the original proposal between Trump and Muslim countries. One can safely assume from Dar's presser that Pakistan is not rejecting peace efforts, but it refuses to back a version of the peace plan that does not reflect Muslim consensus. To understand this better, let's go back to the 20-point peace plan. Its key points include an immediate ceasefire once both sides agree to the proposal, the return of hostages within 72 hours of Israel publicly accepting the agreement in exchange for Palestinian prisoners, a phased Israeli withdrawal tied directly to Hamas's disarmament, and Israeli troops allowed to maintain a security perimeter inside Gaza during the transition. It also includes a technocratic Palestinian committee to govern Gaza, overseen by an international board, and also the deployment of an international stabilization force to secure the Strip and train local forces, as well as humanitarian aid and revived reconstruction directed through international agencies. Critics, however, argue that this deal entrenches Israeli leverage and leaves Palestinian sovereignty unclear. Now, let's talk about how this draft was altered. Originally, the Muslim states had worked with the US negotiators on a balanced draft. But according to Axios, in a 6-hour-long meeting, Netanyahu reportedly secured last-minute changes. Those changes gave Israel power over the withdrawal timeline and guaranteed its right to maintain a security presence inside Gaza, even after the ceasefire. This shift apparently alienated Arab and Muslim participants, including Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Egypt. And this may be what set the stage for Dar's public distancing from the final US version. On Monday, September 29th, when Trump announced the deal, he claimed that Israel and Arab partners had already accepted it and declared that it was now Hamas's turn to. He gave the group 3 to 4 days to respond and warned that if it's not accepted, it will be a very sad end. Pressed by reporters, he said that there was not much room for further negotiation. Since Hamas had no role in drafting the plan, critics argue that this could compel them to reject it. Hamas now faces a no-win scenario. Officials say that they are studying the proposal, but insiders call it biased and unworkable. From Ishaq Dar's careful words in Islamabad to Trump's ultimatum in Washington, the Gaza plan hangs in the balance. Whether it becomes a path to peace or another missed chance depends on how Hamas, Israel, and the wider Muslim bloc navigate the days ahead.